Hey, it's Chuck. If you've ever thought, they hold it together all day for everyone else, why do they take it on me? Or why do I deserve this? Then this one's for you. And here's the caveat to this. I get asked some version of this at least once a week, so let's really dive into it. The meltdowns aren't a failure, it's information. And here's the answer that I give every time. Kids don't melt down where they feel unsafe. They melt down where they feel safe enough to stop holding it together. At school and therapy and other structured settings, kids are often performant. They're tracking expectations, managing behavior, monitoring tone, following rules, and keeping themselves contained through a lot of effort. And that effort costs something. And this is especially true for kids who mask and kids who are queer or otherwise trying to fit in. Some kids are spending the entire day watching themselves, how they talk, how they move, how they react, what parts of themselves are okay to show and what parts need to stay hidden. They're scanning for safety, acceptance, and belonging the whole time. That kind of vigilance is exhausting, and by the time they get home, the system is spent, capacity is lower, and the pressure to perform drops. So everything that's been held in looks for a place to go, and home is where it comes out. That doesn't mean that you caused it, it doesn't mean that you deserve it, and it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It means you're the person who holds the structure and the safety for them. This is where comparison helps. Think about the difference between the custodial authoritative parent and the non-custodial weekend fun parent. One carries the rules, the schedule, the limits, the follow through. The other one gets the novelty, the relief, and fewer demands. Kids don't fall apart with the person who entertains them. They fall apart with the person who contains them. That's not punishment. That's trust. And this part matters. Being the safe person is not something that means absorbing everything. What actually helps in these moments is this. First, don't personalize the release. This isn't about disrespect or blame, it's decompression. When adults take it personally, they either escalate or they start questioning their own worth, and both make regulation harder. Second thing, lower demands before you correct. And if this sounds familiar, it should, because we just talked about this. In the last episode, we broke down how hunger, fatigue, and transition drain capacity before behavior ever even shows up. So getting home is one of the biggest transitions of the day. Kids are shifting environments, dropping performance, letting go of structure that was held together by effort. For kids who mask or spend all day managing identity and belonging, the drop is even steeper. So this isn't the moment for questions, lessons, or stacked expectations. Fewer words, less urgency. Anything that could wait, should wait. And this isn't letting things slide. It's reducing the load so that regulation can come back online. Third, reintroduce structure after regulation returns. Once the system settles, leadership comes back online, structure doesn't disappear at home, it just comes later. The mistake here is to avoid swinging between total leniency and sudden strictness. That whiplash alone creates more dysregulation, not less. The goal here isn't control, it's containment. So here's a takeaway I give parents, teachers, and clinicians all the time. Kids often unload on the people who carry the structure, not because they failed, but because they finally feel safe enough to stop performing. Your job isn't to take the blame, it's to help the system settle and then lead. Next episode, we'll talk about the myth, they know better, and why skill gaps get mislabeled as defiance constantly. I'm Chuck, the bald therapist. Work on you. Think no bullshit, and remember that you matter. Have a gentle rest of your day.